Welcome back to Car Dad Bill. This week we have the 2021 Ford F-150 PowerBoost full hybrid Supercrew. Let's go for a ride. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Starting up front, as I always do, LED headlights, LED turn signals, LED marker lights, really sharp, really bright. And the new look of the Ford F-150 in the front is also pretty sharp. It has LED surrounding the headlights, LED down to the bottom, and those are all the daytime running lights as well. This is called a rapid red paint job. It's definitely very, very red. My dad used to call it Arrest Me Red. On the side here, PowerBoost logo, 18-inch alloy wheels, Lariat edition, LEDs in the turn signals. And these are the cameras for your around view parking monitor. Here's your PowerBoost logo. These running boards open up when you open the door. And then they tuck back up whenever you're done. And notice that they're long enough to be able to get into the bed. Around back, you have a power window on the back window. There's a camera back there as well. This tailgate is automatic. Oh, the plan is to take out the LED taillights as well. Really sweet looking. Back here, hit the button, drops the tailgate like I did in the intro video. Nothing in the tailgate today. Just some hockey sticks. It's a normal size bed, 6-foot bed. But this right here is what the big deal is with this hybrid. This hybrid has the Pro Power onboard generator. This is the 7.2 kilowatt. So you can power a TV, a welder, all kinds of stuff. I mean, that thing is pretty sweet. This tailgate has a roller on the back here, so you can measure stuff out. Whenever you're trying to cut boards or you're cutting whatever you're cutting, you need to measure something up. These little tabs here are for vice grips, so you can actually grip something down to the tailgate. And then it has your step, which comes out. There's a little handle as well, so you can step up onto there and get up into the tailgate. Pretty neat. And then this, you can lift it up. You can hit the button underneath, it'll automatically go up. You can use your key fob, but I like to just kind of lift it a little bit. It catches, and then it goes up by itself. That's the exterior of the F-150 hybrid. I know the LED lights usually show flashing lights and all kinds of craziness on cameras, but I just wanted to turn those lights on, and I want to show you that they're projector bulbs, projector beam headlight housings, and they are super bright. Here's the interior. I forgot to mention when I was outside that the running boards, when you approach the vehicle with the key in your pocket, they actually open up, but we'll go over that later. But here's the interior, and this is a gorgeous, well laid out, lots of nice materials, just super luxurious interior, and it's a hybrid. Got the rugged floor mats down there, got all the storage compartments. Look at that screen. It's a 12-inch screen with so much stuff in it that the video would be way too long to go through all that stuff. There's your trailer assist, your on-off button, your drive mode selector. Now let's just go through that real quick. I'll toggle through that. The drive modes: normal, tow haul, eco, sport. Then you can go all the way back through slippery, deep snow. Look at the animations that come up, mud and ruts. And then this is your actual rock crawling, and it switches your 4-wheel drive while you're doing it, and every gauge changes to whichever one you're using. So let's go back to slippery. Now it's blue background with blue gauge covers. Back to slippery, back to normal. That's usually where I sit, is in normal. And you can change all of these menus inside here as well to be whatever you want. Calm screens, fuel economy, power distribution is where I kind of leave it. An EV coach, which tells you which it's in, either hybrid or charging, or if it's in the electric vehicle mode. Down here are your cruise control buttons, your stereo buttons, and then these are your phone and the menu switches as well. Down below on the other side are your headlight buttons. This is for your power tailgate. These are for your mirror lights that are outside on the edge of the mirrors. Manual headlight controls, gas can or gas tank, and your bed lighting. Then you have your door unlock and lock. And just look how nice and clean this is with all the nice materials that are in this vehicle. Leather wrapped dashboard, shiny black trim, polished aluminum trim. You have a little hidden glove box there, kind of tucked away right up front there, right in front of your face actually. Then you have two buttons or two plugs here. This one turns on this button, or turns on this plug, so you can plug your laptop or anything in. Then you have your really nice looking HVAC controls, rotary knobs with a nice brushed aluminum fixture. Nice digital display inside there, so when you change it, it changes inside there. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, cooled seats, your fan controls, storage compartment underneath where your USB plug is, a little holster there for your phone. Now this feature here, I gotta move my cup to show you this feature. But this feature here, it hides your gear selector so that you can open this all the way up to have a nice workspace. So now you can put your laptop in there, a piece of paper, do your homework, right? Do your work right there. Pretty neat. It also flips up. Let me get my cup out of the way again. It flips all the way up, and it has a huge storage compartment inside there. My son's hat's in there so you can see how big it is. Leather on top of that, stitched leather. Let's jump into the back seat and take a look at the crew cab. Here's a view from the back. This is huge inside. I mean, absolutely gigantic. Adults can fit back here with no problem. Kids can fit back here, obviously, with no problem. There's the controls for the kids in the back and the people in the back. Your power outlet right here. Your AC outlet right there for another laptop plug. Your regular 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter. And then your heated seats and your vents. So everybody has control over the back. Another floor mat back here that's really spectacular actually, because it's all weather. And it has nice edges, so stuff can just run right off the edge. Underneath this, let me move the seat. Underneath here, is your lockable storage compartments. So you can hide stuff in there, lock things up if you don't want it to be, you know, you can't get into it again. You don't want people to get into it. That's underneath the seats. Pretty. Again, just some touches to detail here. The B&O sound system is all around inside. It's a super loud, super clear sound system. Inside, look at all the storage compartments. You have your door handle. That's how you get out of the car or out of the truck. Your window button, and then the cup holder with a nice brushed surface there. Leather surface again. Storage, all this storage, more storage, another cup holder. It's just a great truck. So let's take it on the road and talk about how this truck drives. Being a hybrid, you typically start out in your electric mode, all electric. So there's not a whole lot of sound. It's just an electric truck at this point. But keep in mind that Ford mated the electric motor with the 3.5 liter twin turbo, which gives it outstanding power. I mean, it's the best of both worlds in my opinion. I'm not a hybrid basher like some people are. I actually really enjoy hybrid vehicles no matter what they are, between Priuses and then you have your standalone cars like the Sonatas and whatnot that they've put hybrid vehicle or hybrid technology into to make them, you know, a normal vehicle, good sized vehicle that also gets the mileage and the in-town electric driving ability as well. But right now the motor's on, and when I step on that gas pedal, I'm telling you, you forget that you're driving a hybrid. It moves, it gets up and goes pretty fast. And the seamless ability of this truck to go from electric to gas and vice versa is astounding. It's well done, it's refined. I give Ford props for this truck for sure. I was a little bit skeptical about it when I heard about it, and when I got it for the week, I'm definitely impressed 100%. So I want to touch on some of the numbers that I mentioned before. This truck with the 3.5 liter twin turbo and the electric motors has a combined output of 430 horsepower and 570 pound-feet of torque. That makes this truck capable of towing 12,700 pounds. That is absolutely crazy. And that shows you what you can do when you combine the hybrid and gasoline technologies together correctly. It gives you a truck that just performs like that. I mean, you can tow a trailer, you can tow an RV, you can tow all kinds of things. And that's incredible for a hybrid vehicle. And then you can also take it into town and drive it around in silent mode basically, and back it up. There's a little backup beeper when you're backing up so people can hear you coming. Because it is indeed, it's quiet when you're in town. But I just can't get over, I'm gonna switch it to sport mode and jump on the highway here shortly. And just, it goes, sport mode takes it to, you know, gray gauges. It puts you in 4-wheel drive. Can you hear that thing squealing? And that's just a quarter of the pedal down. I mean, it's fast. Here we are coming up to the on-ramp of the highway where I want to do basically my 0 to 60 test so you can hear the engine whine out. And I have the gauge displaying what the output is, and it's going everywhere. The motors are on, the gas engine's on, 4-wheel drive's on. Turning onto the highway here, and you step on it, oh baby, that thing sings. And here we are, highway speed already, getting on the highway. Didn't take much. 6th gear is all it took. Now keep in mind this has 10 speeds, so immediately I'm in 10th gear now at less than 2,000 RPMs. I'm going to switch it back to normal mode because there's no need to be driving around in sport mode all the time. So now I'm back in normal mode. Less than 2,000 RPM. By the way, those drive modes, there's 9 of them. So whatever scenario you're in, you can find a mode that'll work for you, and it'll make the truck as most efficient for that position you're in. But here we are on the highway, 65 miles an hour. I'm going to jump it up to 70, and it's quiet, and it rides like a luxury vehicle. And it's got pretty aggressive tires, as you saw in the beginning. You know, some knobby Wrangler tires. But there's no wind noise. There's no cabin noise. It's got a glass roof from front to back. It's a pretty luxurious truck. I stepped off the highway here to drive on some back roads, and I want to kind of go over the pros and cons of this truck. Not necessarily cons as in bad things. Obviously hybrid drive systems take a little bit of time to get used to. Some people aren't used to them, so that might be a con for some folks. The other con is it has a lot of technology in it that's hard to learn, and that could also be a con, but I don't necessarily think those are bad things. Those are just learned things. In this case, this truck in particular is a very specific truck. Contractors, foremans, professional folks that work with their hands, that work outside, that need the ability to plug things in on the fly and power things, or people that just want to go camping for recreation. This is a truck that you would look at because it serves a lot of purposes. It's got all the normal truck stuff, plus it has that hybrid technology, battery powered technology, generating technology on board so that you can power whatever you need to power when you're out and about. Personally, I love the interior. I love the driving characteristics. It has really assisted steering. Makes it really easy when you're in tight quarters to turn the wheel quickly, to do a 3-point turn really fast. I'm not a fan of this shifter that I showed you earlier that kind of ducks into the bottom here. I would rather them go to a button or a rotary knob like a lot of the other companies are doing. I find that those things are really seamless. They work really well. So this gear shifter is sort of primitive as it goes, you know, with old technology. And then you have this high technology truck with the old shifter. Besides the point. Mileage. I'm getting around 19 miles to the gallon. And let me double check that. Fuel economy is averaging 19. 20 miles to the gallon, give or take, depending on what you're doing, because you have that V6 twin turbo still under the hood. So you have give and take, right? Like right now, I am electric. I'm in Chippewa, I'm driving around, the motor kicks on and off, depending on how hard I'm hitting the throttle. So I can actually tool around here within the shopping malls and whatnot in electric mode and not use any of the gas at all. But like I said before, all that power is there on tap as soon as I need it. So let me recap that. It's a specific truck with the hybrid technology. It is capable of 12,000 pound towing capability. It has over 400 horsepower and well over 500 pound-feet of torque. It has a normal size bed. It has a Supercrew cab, luxurious interior, updated, fresh-looking exterior with the new headlights and the new grille design up front. So this truck is pretty much aimed at the working individual that needs a truck that they're going to be in all day long, that they're going to be able to use all day long, and also help on the job site whenever needed. The problem with this truck, and it's just like any other vehicle, so I don't know if it's necessarily a problem, you know, specifically to Ford, but it's expensive. I mean, this truck's MSRP is at $52,000 with all of the options that are in this truck, the Lariat edition with the Pro Power on board, the generator, the windows, the glass windows, all that stuff brings that bottom line to $71,000. It's 71 and change, so it's almost 72,000. Now, for someone that's working in construction and doing a lot of projects, and you're going to be more productive with this truck, I guess the price tag isn't nearly as bad as I think it is, but just looking at it on paper and knowing how much that payment would be every month, it is a pretty steep price. So that's my quick review of the Ford F-150 hybrid Supercrew PowerBoost truck. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel Car Dad Bill. Leave me some comments. Let me know what kind of vehicles you guys want to see, because I can go back to the manufacturers and say, hey, we want to take a review of this or that. The next review coming up is going to be on the Chrysler Pacifica all-wheel drive minivan, and that's perfectly fine with me because there's 6 kids involved, so we have plenty of room for them. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Loving doing these videos, loving driving all these cars. And also keep a lookout for written reviews in the timesonline.com. It's timesonline.com. And on my Facebook page, as you guys already know. I'll talk to you then. Car Dad Bill, signing off.